Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Caitlin if you're new, and today we are exploring drugstore makeup. I've got new things from LA Girl, from e.l.f., from Kiss, and more. So if you're interested in seeing what's new at the drugstore, I did supplement with a few older drugstore favorites since I didn't have a new full face of stuff from the drugstore, but I was curious about some things and I have some thoughts. So if you just want to get ready with me, if you want to see products specifically, just hang out, whatever it may be, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, if you are new, please click the like button and subscribe before you go. I make new videos once a week and upload on Sundays. Would love to have you to my channel. Primarily, I do makeup, but I am also going to be branching out into more of the lifestyle category if you're interested in those types of videos. As far as makeup goes, I really like everything. Today we've got drugstore. I've been doing a lot of indie lately, but I also like high-end brands as well. So stick around, stay tuned, and we're gonna go ahead and get right into me without any makeup and showing you guys some of the products for today. All right guys, so we are starting with the Revlon Photo Ready Prime Plus. They have a range of these different primers at the drugstore right now, and I was surprised how expensive this was. This item, as well as some of the color correctors, concealers, that stuff was recommended by Juicy Jazz here on YouTube, so we will see. Oops, I was twisting, but that's taking off the whole pump. Like I said, there is a line of these. This one is the mattifying and pore reducing one. It's supposed to be not only makeup but skincare as well. I think that's why it costs so much, because this says it has artichoke extract. Okay, kind of a weird ingredient there. It also has in it salicylic acid, which helps with acne. You can probably see I've got quite a few active breakouts going on right now, and AHA. So we'll see how this goes. This guy cost $14.79. Kind of a lot for drugstore in my mind, but it does have a nice little pump. So we're gonna take some of that, put it in my hand here. It's new, so it's taking a minute to pump out. Hello? Hello? There it goes, okay. So I'm gonna do 2 pumps to start with. I don't wanna do too much. And let's see how this Prime Plus goes. Since it says mattifying and pore reducing, I am going to focus it here on the areas of my face that my pores are the most noticeable, which is my T-zone. And then I'm also going to focus it on places that I want mattified. So places that for me get very oily. My nose, my chin, my forehead. If you have oily skin, you know the struggle. Okay, and let's look to see. Right off the bat, my pores look exactly the same, but we'll see maybe once I layer foundation on it, that will change. It feels like it's drying down fast and is quite mattifying right away though, so I do like that for sure. Next up, I'm going to do just a little color correcting. This is from LA Girl. This is the Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer. And I got this in the shade, I think it's called, let's see here, Mint. I've usually used green correctors, color correctors for acne, taking the redness away. But this one said that it was a light green, which was better for overall redness, which I don't know how much it's picking up, have some redness though, just normally on my cheeks. So I thought this might be good to color correct some of that I normally have instead of just doing acne. They do have a more straight up green. This is more of the mint one. It's just a squeezy tube, you guys. I think I'm doing kind of a lot, but you know, I'm just trying to test it out here. I like the fact that it is a brush on the tip, so you squeeze it and then it comes out in the brush. I think that helps to, I don't know, just not go in too hardcore with it maybe. You don't have to color correct, obviously, do whatever you want, but I find it helps with the redness. Concealer just doesn't always cut it for me, and a lot of times I buy concealers in a lighter shade than my skin tone to brighten under the eye. So unless I have 2 different shades of concealer, one that's my actual skin tone for acne on the face and one that's brighter for under the eye, this is a good other option. And this concealer was $4.99. So next up I have the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. You've probably seen this all over the place by now, but I haven't tried it yet. I really was trying to use up some of my foundations before I bought more, but if you've been watching my What's New and What's Through in my collection series, I did use up a whole jar, tube, container, what's it called, of Believe Beauty Foundation, and I'm about to finish a Pure Foundation. So I thought, okay, I can go ahead and get this one. I also really wanted to get this because it has SPF in it, and for summer I really wanted a foundation that had SPF in it just to help, since I am so fair, to protect me. And I do have some SPF foundations right now, but they're in a deeper shade that I cannot pull off quite yet. So I decided to get this. This also was kind of pricey for the drugstore, you guys. This foundation was $18. Ugh. So that's expensive, especially the Believe Beauty Foundation from Dollar General I love, and it's $5. So for this to be $18, it's steep. But I will say, just like the primer from Revlon, there are other benefits. Not only does this have SPF in it, but it has collagen, peptides, and niacinamide in it, which are all supposed to help with anti-aging, smoothing wrinkles, the appearance of your skin, making it plump, all of that sort of thing. So I'll pay more if it does more, you know what I mean? I've seen this likened to the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, which I've gotten before, a tiny one in Ipsy, and really liked, but it's so darn expensive that I never repurchased it. So if this is like the IT Cosmetics one, and it has SPF and skincare benefits, I'll pay the $18 versus the one that what the IT Cosmetics ones cost. So I'm just going in with the sponge here. It actually says to go in with their e.l.f. brush on the box, but I've just been liking a sponge lately. And so for this, CC cream, CC means color correcting. I'm hoping that means it, as well as the actual color corrector I put on, really evens out my skin tone, but still is supposed to be like a skin finish and not like a heavy full coverage foundation. So I'm trying to do like half of my face here just to show you the difference between me with the foundation and me without. So far it seems like a little bit is going quite a long way, which, again, if it's gonna cost that much, I would hope that it would last a while. And this could perform differently with different primers underneath, obviously, but you guys saw what I used today. So here is me without, color corrected, and me with. Now I would say this foundation might be a little bit lighter than my actual skin tone. I was scared to get one too dark though. If something's too light, you can always bronze, contour, fix it a little bit. But if you go too dark, a little too warm, a little too orangey, So this is in Fair 120N. So I might try, like if I end up liking it, the more like beige or ivory usually is slightly deeper than a Fair. But we'll see. Let me get it on the rest of the face here and look at it together. All right, so I did 2 pumps and I have a lot left on my hand, and I feel like I don't want to add any more to my face, honestly. It is acting like it's buildable, but I don't want it to get cakey, and I like where it's at right now. You can see maybe there's still a little blemish here peeking through that I'm going to try to maybe layer a little bit right there on my couple more intense breakouts, but they may just be what they are for today, But I think especially looking at where I started, like I'm very blanked out, very blank canvas at this point. I'm questioning whether I should powder it or not, basically. So let me do concealer first and then we'll decide. I think this does a pretty good job covering my darkness, honestly, without concealer, but I did get in the shade Fairest, that same brand, LA Girl Pro Conceal. But this isn't, not a color corrector, it's a regular concealer. So it's the same thing where you just squeeze the tube and then you use the brush to apply. I'm just gonna do a little bit, right here is where I tend to get a little bit of darkness. And according to Juicy Jazz, this has good coverage, but we will see. I like to let my concealer set up a little bit, like dry down a little bit. I'm gonna do a little bit of brightening too, just because I have some extra here. I squeezed a bit too much out and I don't want to be wasteful. We'll see how it dries down because it looks really wet right now, so I want to give it a little minute and then we'll go from there. Okay, just taking the same damp sponge that I did my foundation with, just blending that out a bit, seeing how it looks. Still looks pretty wet right here. Like, I don't know if I want to blend it out yet. What do you guys think so far? It's not totally blended out yet. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of darkness to begin with, luckily, but I definitely think it's brightening compared to what we had going on before. And I mean, for $4.99, you know, like that's a pretty good price for a concealer, I would say personally. I do like the fact that it doesn't look like it's settling into my fine lines. It doesn't look like it's creasy or anything. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Coty Airspun powder and set that though, just so that it doesn't crease. And I think I'm just gonna set the concealer, guys. I don't think I'm gonna set the rest of the face too much, just because we did use the mattifying thing underneath, and I do want this to still have like the skin-like finish. I look actually like insane right now. Like my eyes, holy cow, we need to fix this step. Trust me, it'll turn out, but we need to fix this because I'm looking a little scary right now. All right, so the next couple things aren't new from the drugstore, but they are drugstore items. I want to keep this all drugstore just for the theme of the video. I have, let's see, I have two more new products to try here, but right now I'm just putting on my Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. I really like this eyeshadow primer, guys. I would say if you like the Urban Decay primer potion, you would like this. The formula feels very similar to me. That one just has a little like doe foot applicator in the lid of it, whereas this one does not. And it's way cheaper, to be honest. And then I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer. This is in shade Palm Beach Ready. I'm just gonna bronze a little bit to bring us back to life. We're looking a little Casper-y right now, to say the least. I'm not gonna contour, just bronze. All right, that helped a lot. I know my eyes are what's throwing me off right now with this look. I don't know about you guys, but it's gonna get there, promise. I'm gonna quickly fill in my brows with the City Color Bold Brow Powder. Don't even know if they make this powder anymore, and honestly, I like pencils a lot more lately, but this is what I have currently in my collection, what I've been working on trying to use up. I'm just using a little like Morphe angled dual-sided like eyeliner slash spoolie brush here to fill it in a little bit. I like the shape of my brows, okay? They're just a little sparse in some areas, so I mostly just fill in the natural shape that I already have going for me. I'm gonna do a quick set with those with the Essence Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. I'll be honest, I find this gel does absolutely nothing, and the spoolie is way too big for eyebrows. Maybe if you want clear mascara on your eyelashes for some strange reason. I don't know if you feel that makes them look more separated or something. But this, although affordable in a drugstore item, I really don't think it does anything. Like, you can probably see it's lifting these brows right now. In 5 minutes, they'll be back to normal. So I would not recommend this item, but I have it and I am trying to use it up. Next, I'm just gonna do a quick little look here with the Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air palette. I really like these little neutral palettes for travel, guys. I have taken them places multiple times and they're really nice for quick looks. Just gonna take this top transition on an M441, throw it in the crease. Then I'm gonna take a slightly smaller brush here, the M456, and I'm gonna go on the outside with this deeper brown shade, just to give a slight amount of dimension to the look. Going for something just quick and kind of natural, easy today. just blending the edges with a brush with no product on it. It's a Vasanti concealer buffer actually, if you're curious. And then I'm gonna take my finger and go in with this shimmer shade and just put that on the lid. And there you have just a simple little mauve toned look. I'm gonna take the brush that I used for the deepening shade and just run it on the bottom a little bit to give myself a little color on the lower lash line. But I'm not too worried about the lower lash line because that is our next product here. I tried the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner. I have the one in Fresh, and I wanted more colors, so I found these. These are Neon Shockwave. They technically say on these that you could use them as lip liners or as waterline eyeliners. So I got a pinkish, reddish one that says Fiery. I got a green and an orange since I already had a blue. And I think, do I want more of a reddish? I think I'm gonna go with the orange today. So I'm gonna throw that in my waterline and see how it looks. Wow, that is definitely neon. Can you guys hopefully see? It's right here versus the one without. It's just a little pop of color, but I really like that in the waterline. And these are so easy. They're not dry. You don't have to push. It just glides right on super easily. And I found these are pretty long wearing too. So let me do the other eye. Okay, so let's add a little blush. I've been trying to use this one up in the shade Bayberry from Palladio, just because, see if I can show you, it's super cracked and broken. Did that all of about, oh, I don't know, 5 minutes after I took it out of the bag when I got home. Oh, it's just clumsiness, guys. I don't know if you guys are clumsy too, but luckily I got this one on clearance. I mean, not only is it more like drugstore and Palladio's carried at Sally Beauty, but this was on clearance for $1.50. Thank goodness it wasn't something high-end that I spent that much on and then dropped. But I really like the color. It's really nice. I think it brings like a really, really nice natural color to the face. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter. This is in the shade 250 and also a crumbled mess. This one, it's not though because like the other one, I didn't like drop it when I first got it or anything. It's just that I've had it so long. I don't know if you guys find this too, that once you hit pan, then the product on the outside sometimes breaks up and doesn't stay as a unit, or at least that's what I've had happen to me with a couple products. So this is just like the outsides of the highlighter once I hit pan that have, you know, crumbled and fallen to the center. But it's still a good product, still gonna use it up. And I do like this one. This one's not too expensive. I think it's under 10 bucks for this Maybelline one, and it looks really nice. I mean, you can see right there the highlighter. Come on, people. All right, next I'm gonna go in with my go-to mascara. This is the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. I've been using it in shade 111, which is just a black mascara. I think I'm getting close to the end of the life of this mascara, but I think this one does a very nice job of separating lashes. So depending on what you are personally looking for in your lash products, you may like that. I have pretty good length on my eyelashes, so I don't really have to worry about lengthening. And I don't know, volume, I find a lot of products when they say they add volume, you just end up with really chunky, clumpy looking lashes, which I don't like. So I'd much more rather find something that is separating and just kind of makes them look like they have more volume because it's coating the individual lashes. But that's just me. And my lashes do fall, they don't curl a lot, so something that adds curl is nice, but I most of the time just add like a curler to my routine and just curl my lashes every day anyway to help give them a little extra oomph. I like this Milani one too because I do think it reaches the lower lashes quite well. I'm going in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. This is in shade London. Probably could just leave it at that, guys. I feel like this is a really nice, fresh, natural, everyday look, but I do have one more product that I want to test out. It is from Kiss, and it is a lash glue liner. So you're supposed to put this on like eyeliner and then just lay your lashes on top, so you don't have to do a liner and a glue separately, which really intrigued me. It says it has a matte finish. The only thing that's a little sketchy to me is the fact that when it has the directions on the back, it says to apply to clean, dry eyelids, free of moisture or makeup. Hi, unless you're wearing lashes only, like there's gonna be makeup, there's eyeshadow, right? So I don't know about that. I just don't know about that, but we're gonna test it out. We're gonna see how it goes. So let me grab a pair of lashes. All right, so here we go. It's got a little ball in there. It suggests that you store it down like that. Let's try to line. Thought this could skip a step in makeup, you know, not have to do separate liner and lash glue. I do usually like liner just because I want to hide the lash band. Wait, I don't think I told you guys the prices on these. Hold up. The liner, the LA Girl, the orange there, that was $3.99. And then the Kiss glue liner is $9.99. I don't know what came over me that I forgot to tell you. This is feeling really dry so far, like it's not working well. Like it's not coming out, it's dried out or something. Yeah, so far this is not a win. I've got a little bit on there. I'm gonna try to go in with the lash real quick before it dries. See what we can do here. Definitely sticking to it. Okay, so there's one on. I don't know about this, you guys, gotta be honest. Maybe there's just a little bit of a learning curve. I'd be really curious to see if any of you have tried any of these lash liner situations. All right, so what I'm finding is I have to push down for the product to come out, and it's totally destroying any sort of wing that I tried to make. I think I have to work super fast too, because this glue seems like it sets down and dries very fast. I don't know, guys. I might use this just if I wanted like a line only on the lash line, but I don't think it's good to make like a wing if you wanted a wing with it as well. If you're curious, these are Kiss Drugstore lashes as well. They're in the style Gala. They're a little maybe much for me. I'm not gonna lie. This is the first time I've ever wearing them. I got them a while ago, not with the products that I got with this, so I don't know the exact price, but they were 10 or under, I know that for sure. And yeah, guys, here is the completed Drugstore look. I don't know how I feel about some of these. I mean, some of these were my tried and trues, right? Like the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette, the Maybelline highlighter, things I've used time and time again that I really like. The NYX lip matte paint, those are great. I'm feeling sketchy about the lash liner. I really, truly am. I really like the LA Girl liner in the waterline. Like I told you guys, I tried that in a different shade before, so I knew I would like that. I'm still also undecided on the Pro Conceal, like the color corrector and the concealer. I'll have to see how it wears as well as the foundation. Kind of hard to see. Right now I like how my skin looks. I think it looks very, very skin finish, natural, not cakey, not settling into my fine lines too much, not too dewy for somebody who's oily complected. And the same thing with the Revlon Prime Plus, the primer. I just have to see how it wears throughout the day. I'll definitely leave you a note in the description box to let you know how it went. But let me know if you've tried any of these brands, these products, if you have other drugstore products that you really think I need to try. And that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed a little stroll to the drugstore. It's been a while and I just really wanted to see what was going on there with some of the new products. Yeah. I've got nothing else to say, so I'll just stop rambling and I'll see you next week on Sunday for my next video. Bye!